2020 election interference by former President Donald Trump and others. In a letter sent to the Chief Judge of Fulton County Superior Court yesterday, DA Fani Willis asked for assistance in finding, quote, any coordinated attempts to unlawfully alter the outcome of the 2020 election in the state. She wrote that a large number of witnesses have refused to cooperate with the probe and that a grand jury would have the power to issue subpoenas. In a recent interview with the Associated Press, Willis said the scope of the investigation includes, but is not limited to, the phone call, the infamous phone call on January 2nd, 2021, where Trump asked Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to, quote, find the votes needed to overturn his election loss in the state.
I only need 11,000 votes. Fellas, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break. So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have. There's nothing wrong with saying that, you know, that you've recalculated.
That is on tape. What else do you need?
Bad.
If that's a full-scale banana republic,
oh my
what
God.
is?
Well,
I
also,
mean, what is?
Also, the question continues to be raised about this, and I think you've talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
If that's not illegal, like we need a law.
Yes.
If that's not illegal, somebody should write a law.
Find me one more vote. Come on, you can just go on and tell people you found me one more vote that I needed to win. You know, that would be smoking gun there.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it not? Michael Steele, this is one of those things that, unlike fine wine, I don't drink wine, but I hear it gets better with time. This actually gets worse with time. As we get away from the madness, the craziness, the lunacy, and we're just sitting around the table talking about Meatloaf and Fight Club and Will Ferrell. You play this, it's really jarring.
It is jarring. Just as my little homage to Meatloaf. Growing up in my neighborhood, it was not something that was a mainstay, except for what Mama put on the table every Wednesday. Yeah. But I got to watch him and enjoy him in Rocky Horror, and from there, really a transformative, gifted artist. So we really appreciate the legacy that he's left all of us. To your point, Joe, I think the reality is very much that when you hear the president saying, just get me one more vote than we already have, just one more, just 11,000 votes. Just tell people you found that for me. You did that for me. You hope that rankles the sensibilities of the American people, and certainly makes them aware of just how perverse and to Elisa's point, how banana republic this administration was, desperate even to get this election turned around in their favor. All of this is fodder, not just for the January 6th Commission, but as we know, for the New York prosecutors as well. And it'll be interesting to see, from my perspective, how the American people react and respond to this when they see the whole thing laid out, contextualized, put into a full view frame for them to understand exactly how corrupt this administration was in the last year of its term.
Now, Elise, I mean, I'm sure somebody out there has had a worse week than Donald Trump. But when you look back over this week and you see the New York Attorney General, Ron DeSantis insulting him,
Supreme Court of the United States.
The Supreme Court of the United States, just slapping him down 8-1 in a very, he would say his Supreme Court, completely just rejecting his claim, and all of this information, which is, as John said yesterday, as bad as it gets. I mean, you know, all of his henchmen are going to lie. So, but the documents don't lie. And now Georgia. I mean, this is a really bad week.
His kids are under pressure. Does he even care about that? But his kids are under pressure. A normal person would. Of all of those things, I wonder what bothers him the most. And I kind of think maybe Ron DeSantis. Even. That's really personal, because he felt like he really made him on the pedestal to be governor of Florida. And then now this Ivy League guy might be coming out to get him.
Yeah.
Ivy League.
I hate.
I love that.
Yeah.
At least it's going for the jugular there on DeSantis. Oh, by the way, Ivy League guy, Ron DeSantis, just trying to muddy him up there a little bit.
So let's get this straight. So Ivy League guy, Ron
Double Ivy
DeSantis
League.
attacks
I know.
Ivy League guy, Donald Trump.
Well, he transferred in, but yeah.
Well, Ivy League guy, the guy with the little hand, the little bone
the
structure,
bones,
like
yes. Hawley, Senator Hawley.
him, yeah.
Oh, what about the guy? What about the guy from Texas?
But they're all Ivy Leaguers. And then you got, the guy from Arkansas.
Yeah.
They all went to really good schools. And I thank God that every Ivy League school reject me. And then we got the Ivy League guy that wears a patch that went to the school where you went.
Do they teach that Southern?
Like that's trying to overthrow the Oath Keepers guy.
Yeah.
Do they teach that fake Southern drawl
Yale Law.
in the Ivy League? Is that where
Yale
you learn?
Law.
Which is the hardest law school to get into.
What's that?
Is that
in
where
the
they learn
world.
that fake Southern drawl in the Ivy League? Is there a class for that at Harvard, like where they teach like faux populist Southern Republican
I don't
politicians
know.
how to talk like Southerners?
What
A
is
class
it,
like that?
though, seriously, about the Republican Party that they're all Ivy Leaguers? All the people running it are all Ivy Leaguers, and they're all phony
Well, they
populists.
want the credentials. They want the credentials. They want the connections.
Right.
But then they want to act like they have no part of it whatsoever. The
Yeah.
elitism.
Well, I'm a man of the people, as you guys know, which is why I went to a Southern state school.
Yeah.
I'm not connected. One of my favorite moments, though, these elitists, was when elitist Steve Bannon.
I like it when you lean back in your chair like that during the show.
You know?
It's like one of my favorite things. It's like he's got that posture.
Counselor.
It's like, put your feet up on the table there, Jeff.
Counselor, we'll get to you in a second. But one of my favorite moments was when Steve Bannon,
Oh, yeah.
who was very proud of his college degree, attacked me for going, he only went to the University of Alabama. You remember where he said that?
Bannon said that?
In Alabama.
In Alabama. In the special election that elected Doug Jones. Wow. He said in this Scarborough, he's attacking me. He only went to the University of Alabama.
Great politics.
And I think he was in Birmingham. Hey, dude,
Brilliant.
It's like a rock band. Thank you, Cleveland. And they're actually in the Dakotas.
Right.
I mean, you got to look at the map and see.
You
where
said
are.
you said two words at that point, right? Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So President Trump did put out a statement yesterday about all this, claiming his call with Raffensperger was even more perfect than his phone call with Ukraine's president, which we should note, Mike Barnicle got him impeached. The phone call to Zelensky did. This, though, you talk about a smoking gun tape, to use Joe's term, the Nixon tapes, the smoke.